everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Podsack Podcast. Today is just me and Patrick.
And Broly.
He's decided to friggin' hang out on our table for some reason. Coop's feeling not well. He is not doing... He's just not feeling well today. And then Andre is at another photo shoot.
Yeah. At a
doing
wedding.
More wedding photo shoots. Yeah. So he's making bank. We don't make money off this, okay? So people gotta work sometimes. Oh God, it's a little sad, but our channel, I don't know, we like to do it. We make no money, but we still like it. It's fun for us.
It gets me out of the house because I never want to leave.
Yeah, Pat never leaves. I think it's the same excuse for Coop when he comes here too. He never really leaves the house, so this is his chance to hang out with people.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's get into it. We got a few things to talk about today. Some Nintendo suing people, Respawn on The Last Jedi, Tetsuya Nomura possibly wanting to retire, and some new anime announcement things going on. But before we get into that, Pat, how was your week?
Oh.
Already? It's depression.
It's... I am known as that it is what it is, guys, at work. It's just, I don't know. There's so much stuff going on, and I'm
burnt out.
I need a vacation.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Yeah, but I will be getting a vacation in January. But nice. I gotta save up all my vacation hours because I gotta get paid for it.
Does your work bank those hours? Do they carry them over?
They do.
Oh, yeah. That's kind of nice.
Well, it's because I'm not salary.
Oh, wait. If you're salary, they don't bank that.
No.
Oh, my. Okay, don't ever go salary.
But they get a lot of vacation.
Oh, really?
They do.
Oh, interesting.
I think like a month.
Oh, okay. That's kind of legit then.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay. All right. So work's been rough.
It's not rough. It's just, I need...
Feeling the burnout?
Yeah, the burnout. Yeah.
Did you take any vacation this year?
Took sick days.
Oh, okay. So no actual
really sick.
So no actual time off.
No, not.
Okay, so you're banking. So I understand what you're doing. You're just banking it all for your honeymoon.
Yeah.
Because you're getting married in December. Big whole ball and chain. You excited for that?
Yes.
Yeah, that's good. Have you got your suit?
No.
Oh.
We're just gonna go cheap. I'm just gonna buy a.
Just rent one?
Huh?
Are you gonna rent?
No, it's just gonna be like I'm just gonna buy a suit and pants and then just wear whatever whatever shirt I have at it. Anna doesn't care. She's wearing a $20 dress. So fuck it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought she would have went a little bit bigger.
No, she doesn't really care.
Oh, okay.
She just wants the ceremony and that's it.
Aw.
Yeah.
Okay, that's kind of nice. Yeah. Oh, that's so sweet. Okay. That's legit. Anything else?
Yeah, my pants and suit is still gonna be more expensive.
I gotta ball out. You won't, I will. That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. That's good stuff. For me, work's been busy for sure. Now that kids are back in school, it's just a lot more kids coming in with teeth stuff. Went on a couple dates last night this past week with a girl, which is kind of nice. We have another one. We're gonna go see Beetlejuice.
Oh, Beetlejuice!
Yeah, it's gonna be cool. Other than that, that's about it. I've been playing a butt ton of Gundam Breaker.
I need to buy it.
Oh my God,
there's so many games I have to play though. It's crazy.
I understand. I'm 71% through the story already for Gundam Breaker.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so the story's not too long. Like the missions themselves, on standard, once you get like a decent build, you can beat the story in or the story missions in 4 minutes or 2 to 4 minutes, depending on. It gets tougher as you go on. They just get a little bit squishier, but then you keep powering yourself up. It feels a little easy, to be honest with you. Yeah, but customization is so much fun. There's a lot of different variant combinations you can do. I'm playing with Dan. And he made some teddy bear build. It was grotesque. The big teddy bear head, everything's giant. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, other than that, that's about it, man. The week's been kind of short and gray. But yeah, not too bad.
September's almost over. I feel like it just started.
September is almost over. That's kind of crazy how it just freaking flew by.
Yeah.
This felt like a very short month, and I don't know if it's because of the gray skies we keep getting, but yeah, this week flew, man.
It did.
Kind of insane. Anyways, let's get into our anime recaps. We're gonna start with Wistoria because that is popping off again. This episode, we're continuing with the praxis exam. It's continuing with Will and Wignall explaining to Will why he was a laggard from the last episode. He's the laggard of the elves.
Yeah.
He grew up with the elf queen, Alferia, or whatever her name is.
No, it's his sister.
Oh, that's his sister.
Alferia is Will's girlfriend,
love interest.
Love interest.
Yeah.
Yeah, his sister, or is it? Oh wait, not his sister. His lover.
That's what I thought it was. I didn't think that was his sister. To me, it seemed like that was like a person he loves.
Because Will and Alferia, they're kind of like mirroring the other two, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Wignall and then he was only considered a laggard. Like his magic is still really good, but the reason why he was considered a laggard, what he explained was elves' magic, illusionary magic, basically comes to life, and his couldn't. Yeah,
it actually manifests a physical form when other elves do it.
Yeah, his is just illusions.
Yeah, which is kind of crazy. And he got totally disowned. The is it Eleanor? Yeah, Eleanor. Is it Eleanor? Is that her name? His love interest? I would have to assume so.
I don't remember.
Yeah, okay.
His story was really short.
Yeah, they kind of gave it like 5 minutes and that was it. Maybe less than that. But basically they grew up together. He kind of helped her out getting stronger. And then she did some like King's Tree magic, which was really, I don't know what that is, what that means to the elves, that apparently it's super oppressive, and she made a big ass tree and they took her away from him and he couldn't like follow her anymore. And then apparently as they grew up, she was like, "You're useless, get away from us." And he was like, "Oh, okay," but he's been practicing magic since then. Like, oh, I was like, okay, that's kind of nuts. And Will has just been watching this dude. He's like, "I knew we had something in common." Basically just saying, we're both losers.
Losers.
I was like, okay. I don't know if that's, I guess you can come together with that sort of similarity that you're both losers in your own right. I don't know. Or just non-talented in that fact. Mm-hmm. But yeah, some fire people came, or some fire monsters came. Will can hurt them. Only elf illusion magic could hurt these things. Uh-huh. And he kind of pushed Wignall to actually manifest his illusion magic to be real, to end up hurting these guys. So that was kind of cool. We got some. So I feel like him and Wignall are going to be best friends now because of this.
Yeah. Because did they go through the fact that for once Wignall got from others, he was always like, "It's bad to fail, it's bad to fail," and Will was like, "It's okay to fail."
Yeah, something like that happened. Yeah, something like that happened. And then
like, if you could try again and again.
Yeah. That did happen this episode. Because the other thing Wignall explained, and it went to Liana after, but they were kind of both explaining things, was that they're not actually like the top of their class. They were the ones that were left behind.
Yeah.
Which was shocking to me.
Yeah.
Because what she was explaining was Alferia, they both started at the same time, but her first year, Alferia just skyrocketed right to the tower and became a Magna Verdia. And I was like, holy.
The fifth years are the leftovers
from the first years that got promoted.
Yeah.
Which is
anyone that they wanted to be up the tower has already gone up the tower.
Yeah. Okay. So like that kind of gave me, so that was a little bit of world building, which is kind of nice. So I was like, okay, so they don't have to actually complete the schooling.
Yeah.
If you're just that talented or you have that chosen power, you're just going to get elected right to the top automatically. I was like, okay, so it's a little different.
Yeah.
It is a little different from what we're used to kind of seeing. I was like, okay, this is going to be kind of cool then. So this just means they're all losers.
Yeah,
the big three, which was that became the big five, they're all essentially losers amongst the loser crop.
Yeah.
The talentless at that point. So even though they looked strong and it was impressive, the scope is significantly different.
Mm-hmm.
It gave nice context. So as we go on through this episode, like Colette and Liana are kind of talking. Liana's like trying to apologize. Colette is very, like, she is very aware of people's emotions. So she was just like, no, it's not your fault. I chose to come with you guys like an idiot. I forced myself in there. So we're in this. I'm only in this situation because I chose to be here.
Mm-hmm.
You have nothing to do with my decision. And Liana was like, I appreciate you. Thank you. It made me feel so much better. I was like, yep. And then they showed off Shion and Julius, and they're like opposite ends of each other, and they're trying to figure stuff out.
At this point, Shion's accepted Will.
Yeah, I think he has.
Julius is still like, no.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, but I feel like he's gonna come around after this little arc that we have going on here. Because
give it 2 more arcs.
Give it 2 more arcs. Oh, okay. Because with this episode, like they were trying to figure out where things were, and Shion sensed something, and Julius was like, "I used search, nothing was there." Shion was like, No. So it kind of feels like he picked up some ability from Will or something. Because I thought only Will had the ability to sense monsters or enemies. Shion was just like, something's here. And they both hid. And Julius went to go use search. He's like, I don't see anything. He's like, that's not it. And he comes out and just starts whipping fire at a bunch of, like, they were like dog style monsters. I don't know what they were. And then Julius was like, okay, I'll get in on this too. But Shion went ham.
Mm.
He went hard on that stuff.
Well, they have explained that search has a really great use, but it does have a weakness.
Yeah, what was that weakness?
If it's too far from the range, they can't really notice it.
Right.
And they let their guards down.
Mm.
That's how the Grand Duke slammed on them originally from the floor, right? Because the Grand Duke was on the ceiling because it was too far high up. And so they let their guard down, and Will, with the help of his cat,
noticed that.
Noticed it.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
yeah. So we
got.
Yeah, and don't eat that statue, buddy. So from there, it went back to Will and to Colette, to Liana and Colette, and they were still kind of talking, fighting things. And a couple figures showed up. It was the headless dude and that other dude. And then it cut away from them, and it showed the professors like saving people. And who was Will's professor? There was, I'm gonna just call them Snape and McGonagall. I can't remember their damn names. Male Professor McGonagall flew on some dragon, picked up Snape, and they took off because they're like, all the other floors are clear, but there's one team left that went on ahead. And Professor McGonagall was like, yeah, with my ball that's attached to the cat, I can see where they are. They're on the 11th floor, so they're kind of like in a rush to get there.
Werkner. That's
Werkner is his name.
And then the Snape dude was
the Snape dude.
Surfence.
What was his name?
Edward Surfence.
Surfence?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. That's a weird last name, but okay. Yeah, we cut back, and it shows the headless guy about to, like, they kind of talk to them, and the headless guy's about to attack, but it gets stopped, I think, by Will because he cuts right through it. And then Will and the gang show up all together, the rest of the boys. And Will's like, okay, you guys get behind me. I'll take the lead. You guys fire at them. And as he's saying that, running forward, he gets blasted. he gets buckshotted out by the headless dude and by the other guy. But they end up, kind of giving Will a break, or Wignall ends up saving Will, and so does what's her face, Liana. And they kind of have a little bit of a fight, but nothing too crazy. The headless dude is creepy as shit because he was wearing some professor's head and it dropped off, and then he put it back on and started speaking in the dude's voice, which was interesting. I was like, okay, this is kind of different. But he's a creepy dude.
Yeah, he did.
Hell, this guy's a creepy dude.
Yeah.
He's like, let me collect your heads for my collection. This dude's trading people's heads like his goddamn trading cards, man. I tell you, I don't know what he's doing. He's a little off the rocker right now. But they end up getting pushed back a little bit.
Did they show the headless dude juggling 3 heads?
I don't think so.
They took it out.
I don't think so. Yeah.
He's like he was juggling it and then he would put it on one by one.
Oh, really? Yeah. Okay. That I don't remember being able because I feel like I would have remembered that. I feel like that would have been significant.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he just had the one professor's head and it dropped off and he put it back on and that was it. And what I also noticed with this episode is it felt like the animation quality got brought back up again because the slower one with the dating thing felt a little off to me. I don't know. I might be really picky about this stuff now, especially after the JJK fiasco. But that's what I kind of noticed is it picked back up significantly with this episode. But overall, once they got pushed back a little bit, they're like, we got to leave because I think they knew that the other 2 professors were coming. They're like, because the one dude who wasn't headless, he was like, there's some trouble coming. We need to leave.
I won't say anything.
Okay, fair enough. And then from there, the headless guy was like, he did some crazy magic, some teleportation magic, and one of the students was like, that is only done by like the Magnia Verta or like some, maybe not the Magnia Verta. He said it was done by something else. It was a high level spell that transported, and then the headless guy was like, well, the Duke will just take care of you. And then the Duke from the 10th floor that killed the floor monster ended up showing up, and now they're kind of freaking out a little bit, and that's where it ended.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're about to get this huge Duke monster fight amongst Will and the other mages. It's going to be I feel like somebody might die, but it may be too soon. I don't know. I feel like you know more. But we'll see what happens. But this episode of Astoria was really tight. It popped off, and I feel like next episode it's gonna really get up there. And by the time it ends, we may find out who these mysterious people are.
There's 2 episodes left. Probably,
or maybe not this season.
Probably not this season.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's fair. That's fair. We got Elusive. Elusive was great. This one was a little bit more fighting again.
A lot of fighting.
Yeah, that's true. It was a lot of fighting, and there was some like political talk down, or like, well, not political talk down, philosophy talk down in this episode. So basically, it's barley season. They're collecting, and this new provincial governor person
governor appointed by the new emperor
is taxing these people. Which they were, according to the other guy, the dude with the super sharp eyes, he was like, we don't normally do this. Like, we shouldn't.
Yeah, it's the first crops are always taxed,
and then the ones after that
are not.
Yeah. So it was interesting to see him concerned about that because from what we've seen about him, it feels like
he's a villain.
Yeah.
Right? So like,
it was a little different. Yeah. That he showed some compassion for these farmers. The provincial guy, which I think is voiced by the Japanese voice actor for Frieza. And the colors are kind of similar too, which was interesting choice of coloring palette there. Total dick. Like, this dude knows how to play a total jerkwad, honestly. He was just like, we can do whatever I want. Like, I'm the provincial person. I've been appointed power. So if I say we're being taxed, it's being taxed. And then some farmer dude's like, please, no. And he's like,
kill him.
Take care of him. He's like, kill a few of them just to prove a point. And they're like, okay. And again, the archer guy was kind of freaked out about this. He was a little off-put. Yeah. So I wonder if in the future, if he's going to continue being a bad guy, or if he's going to realize there's some psycho stuff going on, which doesn't make sense. Like, sure, you're not supposed to question your emperor, but if he's showing some sort of remorse, he can't be all that bad.
Because what was his backstory? Like, why is he hunting Hojo?
He was just ordered to by by that new emperor guy, the former chieftain. Yeah. I don't think they actually gave his backstory.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll see a switch.
Yeah. Maybe. It kind of feels like off with this episode.
Or maybe it's just bad writing, but we'll see.
That's a definite possibility too. Yeah. And then it cut to like some samurai warrior dudes who were like, "We're not taking this garbage. We're gonna go after them."
Oh, the beard.
Oh yeah. Pat, go ahead and explain the pubic hairs.
It looked like an upside down Christmas tree, but it was really patchy.
It was very spiky. It kind of looked like porcupine like needles coming out of his face. That's what it kind of reminded me of.
Like, I know Asians can grow facial hair, but like,
come on,
it can't be that.
That was terrible, man. It was pretty sparse. I'm not gonna lie. But this dude was like, "Let's go after them to the death for glory and honor." And then it cut to Hojo and Sua, and they were like, "They're gonna die if they go."
We gotta save them.
Yeah, we can't.
Gotta save them.
Especially Sua. He's like, I can't let him, like a talented general like that, die in some small battle. It's more. He's like, so it feels like he was alluding to, we'll let him die in the big battle, but not in this tiny, this tiny stupid one. He's like, I need to send you and the elusive warriors to go and try to convince them to come back.
Yeah.
And Hojo accepted. And Kojiro had a little bit. He had some moments this episode, eh?
Kojiro?
Yeah.
Which was that one?
The one that was the general guy, not Fubuki or the
the silver hair one.
Yeah, okay. He had a little bit of moments in this anime this episode
where, he just doesn't want to
be useless.
Yeah,
is what it came down to.
But Hojo was like, "Do your thing. You don't always have to protect me. I can fight for myself."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and it kind of resonated with him a little bit.
Mm-hmm. He was very happy about it.
Yeah.
I was like, the amount of lives will depend on him.
100%. Yeah. Because Fubuki's just a really good warrior. Ninja Guy's just like, I don't know. He's being really stupid. Don't worry about it. This orange cat stuff, man. Yeah. Fubuki's just a warrior. The Ninja Kid is just like tactical, like sabotage operations. Mm-hmm. But Kojiro's got some like general
actual samurai,
like leadership ability, you know, to command an army. And we saw that when they arrived to the camp a little bit and they tried to convince them like, hey, let's not do this. But the samurai guys were all like, we're going to die in battle. That's what it's all about. It's our pride on the line. And Hojo, after hearing that shit, was just, nah, he's like, I don't care how you guys die. It's not about how you died. This doesn't make sense to me. He was like, yeah. And that's where the samurai dude was like, what? It all matters. It matters how we die. Yeah. And so they were like, well, we're not budging from this battle. So I guess they had to come up with the plan. I don't know if Fubuki kind of helped them with the plan.
Well, I'm guessing it's Fubuki and whatever the other general
guy is. Yeah.
Because there's no way they could have gotten that done with just the four of them.
No way, man.
So the river, the smoke bombs, and then into the river.
I don't know what he's doing. I should have locked him in the bedroom. Jesus.
The smoke bombs, and then the river trap.
Yeah.
So those, because uphill would probably been the other general because they're up.
Yeah. They would have had more of an advantage. They did meet a guy though who was a warrior in that camp that was sympathetic to their cause, and he was like, "If you have official wording, I'll listen to you." Mm-hmm. And they did, and he sympathized with them. He's like, "I kind of feel how you feel. I feel like it'd be a waste for us to battle here.
Yeah, and
they should reconvene with us up top so we can push them back."
And we were given the fact that the beard guy, I forgot his name.
Yeah.
He's usually he can get stuff done when he's calm, but when he's
in a rage,
when he's mad, which is kind of a bad sign of a general.
Yes.
He he loses track and just does whatever he wants.
Yeah, it doesn't really go right for him.
Yeah.
But we get to this battle scene where like the enemies are on the other side of the river and they're firing arrows. People are dying a little bit here and there. Smoke is happening. They take the battle to them, and it wasn't anything crazy. It just felt kind of normal in terms of fighting, you know. But they managed to push back the enemies.
Last until sundown.
Yes. And then they were like, okay.
It was all thanks to our guts that we survived.
Yeah. It was like,
it was not.
No, not
it was
at all.
All thanks to the plans that were
made by Hojo and the elusive warriors.
Yes.
So literally after that battle, they kind of reconvened, and Hojo again approached Weird Beard General guy and was like, you need to stop and reconsider what you're doing, just because this is not okay. Again, when I said I didn't care how you died, I meant that. He was like, I care about more how you live. Because if you die, the people that are oppressed are going to be more oppressed by these people, and there'll be no one to give them hope or no one to fight for them.
Yeah, the philosophy of samurais wanting to die with honor.
Yeah.
But in reality, no one really speaks.
They even said that in the anime. There was a little narration where they were like, the lady was like, yeah, nobody really remembers these warriors because it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter how they died. It was more about how they lived. Yeah. And that made more of an impact than how they died.
Well, like, unless you're like as big as someone as Nobunaga, no one's really going to talk about you for your legacy, right?
That's fair. Yeah. Like, Nobunaga is probably the most famous one out of them all. Yeah. And the most remembered one, too. Yeah. And so, like, of course, the dude attacked Hojo, and Hojo danced around him like he was nothing.
Yeah. And he got drunk.
Yes, he got drunk by having alcohol splashed on his face.
No, it was spat at him.
Was it spat at him?
Yeah, it was spat.
I thought it was because he splashed it.
No, that was him splashing it at the other dude.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He was spat on by the...
So he got drunk by being spat on?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Okay. Yeah, so he kind of had a drunken master moment. Made some sense.
I thought we were gonna see some crazy stuff.
I thought we were gonna see some drunken master things, man.
Yeah,
I thought that would have been cool.
No, all we got was just ass stuff. But
he beat. Okay. Was it funny? Yes. Was it a little too out of pocket? 100%.
Did they go overboard? Totally.
Yeah. So Hojo essentially just beat the shit out of this general guy with his ass cheeks. Yep. Just slapped him in the face with his butt cheeks, and the dude was like, what are you doing? I don't even know. It doesn't make sense to me. But it did knock some sense into him, because after that he was like, okay, we'll do your plan. We'll do your plan. We'll makes retreat. Sense. Yes. And that was it. I was like, that's all it took.
Yeah. The intro was really long.
Yeah, the intro was 7 minutes, and then they did their opening song thing. And then the rest, and it made it feel really short.
Yeah, it did.
I don't know if I like that,
because it was only, in total,
it was like 7 minutes for the intro, but
3 minutes for the opening. So that's 11, and it's 22.
11 minutes for the rest of the story.
Yeah,
if that, maybe 8 minutes, because realistically, it's like end credits. Yeah, so it felt really short. I don't know if I like that format. Is it made it feel shorter than what it was. Like, give me the intro opening. If you want to do a recap, and then give me the rest of the story.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't like this format of how they did it, unless it makes a difference somehow. I don't know. But cut it out. Go back.
Cut it out.
Go
Stop
back.
it.
Go back to the old format. I hate it. I hate the new one. Yeah. So that was pretty much Elusive. Both Wistoria and Elusive are popping off again. I don't think they really stopped popping off, to be honest with you.
So we're almost done this season.
Yeah.
Only 2 more episodes.
Yep. My Hero should be coming to a close soon too, right?
The anime?
Yeah, like for this season?
Should be, but like it's an ongoing series.
Right.
There's another season next season.
Is that going to be the last season, you think?
I don't know.
No? just based off what you've read?
Well, the anime is the manga's done.
Yeah.
I think they'll just continue.
No, like just keep pounding them out. Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because this last episode was kind of wild. It showed All For One de-aged, like he's younger. Tokiomi going ham. Gigantomachia entering the fray.
Is Iron Might here yet?
No. I think that's next episode because they were kind of alluding to that. Because in this episode, like Gigantomachia was fighting All For One under the brain control or brainwashing of Shinzo, but then that was broken. But Gigantomachia still kept fighting All For One because he felt betrayed. His like master left him behind, and he wanted to know why, and All For One was not giving him any sort of explanation. So it felt like Gigantomachia was heartbroken. Didn't matter if it was his master. His master abandoned him. Like villains are turning sides now. Is this the theme? I don't know. It was kind of interesting to watch. Lady Mountain, got her guts ripped out. She went to go swing a giant sword on All For One, and All For One did something crazy, and it ripped a chunk of her stomach out. I don't know if she's dead or not, but it was kind of crazy. I knew people were gonna get hurt or die, but that was kind of intense as to how it went down because it was pretty graphic. It was pretty damn graphic. And we're getting closer to it doesn't feel like they're joking around too much anymore. It feels like it's coming down to a more serious bout now, like the serious parts of it. But All For One ended up blasting them all away. He stole Hawks' power.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
That happened.
Yeah, and Hawks had like his sword in him, but it just kind of phased out of him, which was interesting. It kind of felt like Lemillion's power because the sword just like with no damage. And Hawks was saying something about like his stocked quirks weren't affected by anything. It was, or they got more powerful or something like that. I don't know. It was kind of odd. And then All For One ended up cutting Gigantomachia in half, or he cut like his arm off or something like that. So Gigantomachia is out of the goddamn picture. Lady Mountain's out of the picture, and Tokiomi's out of the picture. Although I don't think he stole Tokiomi's power. I think Tokiomi's just unconscious right now. Because
I don't remember about that. I know maybe
because Meta, the little purple ball dude, I can't remember his name now. He threw a sticky ball at All For One. I was like, "Don't take Tokiomi's powers, take mine."
Well, he's surrounded by Tokiomi's powers, so like, I think
it didn't show him taking his powers though. Tokiomi was unconscious, and that was it. And it just showed All For One flying off, and that's where it ended. And in the previews for the next episode, it showed All Might on a building staring down the sky, and he had this big smile on his face, and that was it. So I think Iron Might happen that episode. Or it'll happen at the end of that episode.
Don't be afraid, because I'm here.
Yeah. So it's picking up. It feels like it's getting close to an end. Yeah, that's what it feels like. We're getting closer to the ending with My Hero. So that was anime recaps. That was all of anime today. All these three animes that we're watching it's getting into really exciting territory, and I can't wait to see what's going to happen. I mean, I know you and Andre are reading a story right now, so you guys are
caught up,
way ahead of the game, and know what's going on, which is totally cool. I like to see that kind of stuff. I mean, I'm reading JJK, and I'll tell you right now. Oh no, I can't say anything. I feel like it's gonna ruin it for people if I say something. Have you read
spoilers?
No spoiler. I won't do it. Did you read the latest chapter?
Which one?
I can't really say anything without spoiling stuff. The latest chapter.
I can mute it.
The last chapter.
I don't know. I think the last time
were they fighting?
Last time I read was like she's awake.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So then it was confusing.
Okay.
The last chapter they were explaining things and I was like, none of this makes sense. I was like,
isn't JJK almost over too? Isn't it like two chapters?
2 more
left?
chapters.
Yeah.
2 more chapters. So
my God.
I was okay, sure.
2 chapters.
Why not? Yeah. Anyways, speaking of like with anime stuff, there's more stuff coming. You posted something in our group chat where Solo Leveling is doing a movie.
Yeah, they are. They're doing a movie.
It's gonna be so exciting, you guys.
It was announced on the Aniplex convention.
Yeah, like Anime Corner or something like. What was it called? The Aniplex Online Fest. That's what it was. Fest. Yeah, that's
announcing animes for next year.
Yeah. So they announced Solo Leveling. It's doing a movie. It's coming out in Korea and Japan in November, which means it'll probably hit the US in 2025.
By the time January rolls around, the anime is going to be here.
Yeah. So maybe they'll do it beforehand. Who knows?
Probably December.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Right? Because that's when the new season is starting.
Mm-hmm.
But this new movie is all about
the recap of
the first
season 1, plus the first 2 episodes of season 2.
I hate Ufotable. Great animation studio. But who are you drawing with this? I don't know. I feel if anybody goes to watch this, you're wasting your time.
You're wasting money.
You're wasting money. And I don't...
You're paying for the subscription for
Crunchyroll to watch those episodes anyway. What are you doing? Maybe...
Just watch the entire thing again.
Yeah, just wait till the season comes. Do you really need to watch the first 2 episodes that bad? I don't know. I feel like I don't. I can wait. And I said... with Demon Slayer that I wouldn't go watch any more movies, and you told me Ufotable was doing this, and I was like, I'm not watching this movie. It's not going to be worth it.
How do you feel about the Demon Slayer movies coming out?
See, okay,
because there's no more anime. The rest of
are all movies. Infinity. See,
movies,
at that point, okay, so at that point, as long as they're not recapping anything, and they treat it like Mugen Train, not with their Sword Village arc bullcrap movie, you know, then okay, maybe that's fine.
Okay.
But if they tend to release it after with in between episodes to fill in gaps for some more backstory, I'm gonna be pissed about that. So I don't know if I'm gonna watch it or not.
Okay.
Like if you, Coop, and Andre are like, we have to go watch this, I will go watch it.
I'll watch it just for the fights.
Yeah, the fights are gonna pop off in big time.
It's split into 3 movies.
Yeah, but Solo Leveling is doing what it did with Sword Art Village, and so it's a waste of time. It's a waste of money and people's just like valuable time. Like, cut it out. If you're gonna do a movie, do what Dragon Ball did and make non-canon movies or something, or do what My Hero did and make a movie that's partially canon.
Look at Slime. They did that Slime movie, which was great.
And it's not canon, but it is canon.
It's
sort of in between.
Which
is kind of interesting.
Yeah.
I was hoping it was full on canon because that character was kind of neat and that whole story was kind of dope. But this is I don't like this format that they're doing. This whole here's the next 2 episodes as a movie. That's not a movie. It's not a movie. You're just watching 2 episodes of a new thing. That's it, man. Like Dragon Ball Super kind of was doing it right. Like when they did Battle of the Gods. And they introduced Beerus, and then they did Resurrection F. They then turned them into arcs. That I'm okay with. Like if you're like, especially because they didn't have anything really going on. And then Super Broly is canon. We know it's canon because he's featured in the manga, so eventually he'll be featured in the animes. And then the Dragon Ball Superheroes with Beast Gohan and Orange Piccolo, that is canon because in the mangas. Like do something along those lines. Like set up a future arc where we're like, okay, when is this arc going to happen? Turn that into a movie and then go back and do it leading up to that and then continue from there. I feel like that's a better formula because now you're like, oh, okay, I'm waiting for this to happen. Like I'm expecting this to be a thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know how you feel about it.
I'm not gonna watch it.
It's because you've read it all.
True, but like it's UFO's business.
Well, yeah, it is their business. You're absolutely right. I just
technically, if they edit it properly, they're not if they edit it properly, all they're doing, and they're not writing any new scenes or stuff for it.
Yeah,
they're just paying an editor to edit it as a movie. So,
which is like a waste of money for them too.
But they can easily recoup that if people buy that stupid. And people are gonna try to watch it.
I don't know what the and maybe not because I don't know what the claim was with the last Demon Slayer movie when they did the Sword Village arc. But I know in that movie theater, a lot of people were like, "What the hell was this?"
Well, like, this time they get because when the Swordsmith Village arc came out, right?
Yeah.
They didn't really say anything.
No.
But this time it was like season 1 recap plus the first 2. So
yeah,
it's expected.
Yeah. See, and I think that's what the bait was, the bull crap.
Yeah.
In my opinion, because they didn't say that it was going to be a recap. Because when I went to go see it, it was literally the fight with Gyotaro and Tengen for 2 episodes. Moved on to the Sword Village for the first episode, and that was it. And I remember people saying, "What the hell was that?"
Yeah, this time they're upfront about it. It's like it's a recap plus the first 2 episodes.
See, okay, so now that they're doing that, I'm like, okay, thank you, but I'm not gonna go watch this now. This is not worth it. And I kind of had a feeling that after you told me it was ufotable, I was like, oh, they're just doing the same crap.
Yeah,
they're just doing the same crap. So we'll see. I think they'll get the picture once people stop showing up to these kind of movies because they're not technically movies. They're just here's a feature showing before the actual thing comes out
in January.
Yeah,
yes.
Like you can't call that a movie, man. Just because you slap 2 episodes together, it's not a damn movie. It's just an hour-long special. It's an hour-long special. That's what this is. Yeah. Enough of that. Ufotable. If it doesn't work out for you, come up with a new goddamn formula because it's dumb. Maybe do something in like further along in the manga and make that a movie and then be like, well, when does this tie in? And then we get to that point like, oh, that's where it ties in. That I'd rather do that than a recap of crap.
True.
Yeah, you feel the same?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm glad we're on the same page with this because it just doesn't make sense to me. Netflix announced Devil May Cry anime.
Oh, who's it featuring?
Dante.
Dante
is the main focus on this.
Okay.
Johnny Young Bosch is voicing the dub, so that's gonna be exciting. It feels like Ichigo, but with way more personality and attitude,
more style as well,
and just a little bit more free. He's not stuck up. That's what it feels like when he's voicing him. I don't know. That's just how I feel about it. I'm looking forward to this. I knew this was happening a while ago, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be. I really hope they focus on like other things rather than just like the gaming stuff. I'm like, this should be good animation. I don't know who's doing it, but and I don't think they did a release date for April 2025 is when it's coming.
Okay, April. Okay.
Yeah, so I think that's gonna be on our watch list, man.
I can't wait. I need to see the combos.
Yes.
The guitar combo.
Yeah, dude. Or even just like doing the spin sword and then doing the guns at the same time
in the midair.
Yeah, man. Oh my god. If they don't have that in there, I'm gonna be a little disappointed because the combos in the video games.
I need to see all the different weapons.
Yeah,
like midair. It's like switch.
You know what? That's a good point. I'm really hoping they do introduce new weapons into it with him because that would be kind of sick. You know, he fights a demon, devil, whatever, and it turns into weapons. It's like, okay, let's go.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and I wonder if it'll feature Virgil too. I feel like it has to.
It has to.
At some point it will. What else do we got going on in anime? A new like that Aniplex thing you sent. So
Yeah, new season of
Windbreaker. Okay. We got new Sword Art Online alternative Gun Gale trailers popping off.
I still don't know how that got a season 2. To be honest,
Was the first season all good?
no, it was good. It's just it ended really well. Like
Oh, like there was no.
that ended the story. There was no other questions.
Oh,
So I'm like, what the hell is season 2 about?
interesting. Okay. There's some interesting animes like the Demon Lord 2099.
Yeah.
I was like,
But
okay.
that's also coming out in October. So
Oh, this year.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's sad. That one looks interesting. I was like, okay, I can be down to watch that. And then it looks like there's some sort of classical music thing. I don't know. They're wearing like pompadours and whatnot. It's called Unite Up Unibirth. Oh, they are a music band.
Oh, so it's pop group?
Yeah.
I don't know.
More isekai stuff. I may be a guild receptionist, but I'll solo any boss to clock out on time. All right. Amico MD Doctor. Oh, cool. Okay, Doctor Detective. I might watch that. That looks interesting. And then more.
A lot of rom-coms.
A lot of rom-coms. To be a Hero X. What is this? Ronin Kenshin. Oh yeah, Ronin Kenshin. Okay.
Yeah.
I still haven't watched the new stuff. I don't know if it's good. I probably should get on that so I can give my 2 cents on that piece. The OG was just freaking great, but the author is just a piece of crap. So it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Dark Moon, Virgin Punk.
This one, it reminds me of
Ghost in the Shell?
Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah, it kind of has that vibe. It kind of looks like it has that vibe. I'll end up watching that too. So there's a lot of anime stuff coming out this fall and next year. Of course, I mean, we're only going to be watching like 3 things though, because we can't watch everything and give like our thoughts on them.
Yeah.
So what are we watching again? You said, so we chose Dragon Ball Daima. Dan. What?
Dan the Dan.
Dan the Dan. Dan the Dan.
Dan the Dan.
And there was, what else were we watching? Bleach.
Bleach.
Yeah.
And
Dragon Ball Daima.
Daima.
Oh, Daima. That's going to be, I don't know if that's going to be emotional or not. It's going to be, that's Toriyama's last work. It's going to be interesting, man.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Because he worked up to the second last episode, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't even get to finish it?
He didn't get to finish it.
Oh, that's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, and people are wondering too, like what the things I've been reading about Dragon Ball Daima online is.
I'm pretty sure there's gonna be like a memoir.
Oh, 100%, 100%. People are wondering if Daima is gonna be canon or not. I don't think it's going to be. They may have some sort of tie-in realistically, but I don't think it's gonna be. It's my theory thing. Actually, it's not even a theory anymore. No, I don't think it is, because they kind of confirmed in Super that I think it's gonna be a different timeline.
Yeah,
because in Dragon Ball Super, when they did the Zamasu arc. And you open that box and you had 2 rings. Those rings only manifest because of alterations in the timeline, is what was said. So my theory became true in a sense. There's like 3 different timelines that are happening. There's Future Trunks' timeline where like Goku and them are all dead. There's the current timeline which we got where they're all alive and they went Super Saiyan Blue. And I think GT is that other timeline. I honestly God think it is, because that it's also a continuation thing, but it's not kind of canon, and until they kind of explore that route, we'll see what happens. But I think Daima is just another timeline thing. I don't think it'll be connected with Super at all. That's what I believe anyway.
Oh, we'll see how it is.
Yeah. Gaming news. Let's get into gaming, boys and girls. Respawn has just announced that they are working on the last chapter, the final chapter of Cal Kestis's story. So it is going to be a trilogy thing.
It's going to be almost over.
Yeah, I'm kind of hope. I still need to play Jedi Survivor. Yeah, Survivor to see what's happening. A lot of people are hoping that they don't kill him off. They like him as a character. They think he's great. Also, the actor is really good. I can't remember what his name is. But they want him alive because they can fit him if they wanted to into a live action show. And that's what they're kind of hoping for.
Oh, we'll see. Is the story canon?
It's related within the timelines. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
that will really be up to EA.
and Lucasfilms, I guess, or Lucas Studios, realistically.
It'll be easier to kill him off.
Yeah. Because, and the reason why I say it's canon is because there was stuff featured in their games that ended up making it into the live action series of Star Wars. So, like, certain locations made it into the live action series. So people were like, okay, this has got to be canon. Otherwise, how would they have known that? And so we'll see. It's going to be interesting to see how they end it.
I still need to play those 2 games.
Fallen Order and Survivor.
Yeah, I haven't played.
Do you have them though?
I don't.
Oh, yeah. I thought they were just sitting in your.
I'll wait for a sale.
Well, winter sale's coming up, bro. You'll have your chance then. I'm sure they'll go on major discount. Big Square Enix news. Tomorrow announced that he's considering retirement.
Considering and wanting to retire.
But I feel like he's been saying this for a while. Like the dude is 54. He says he wants to finish Kingdom Hearts and bring the series to an end. And he's currently working on 4 right now. And he says it's going to complete the story.
I thought he said he wanted to do 3 more games.
I don't know. Like, honestly, I've hated Nomura for a little while now. He was great to begin with. But I feel like he became so far up his own butt that he is the be-all, end-all child of Square Enix, and nothing can be done without him. That's what I think he feels about himself. He may come across humble, but dude has been like wrecking franchises after franchises.
Because he was doing 15, right?
Which was originally Versus 13.
Yeah, Versus 13.
And then he did Final Fantasy 13 with Lightning.
Yeah.
While doing the Kingdom Hearts stuff. He dropped 15. They got another dude to pick up 15. And that dude did pretty well for only having...
He rewrote the
entirety of it and redid the game. And they only give him like a year and a half to 2 years to finish it.
Yeah.
And then they let him go. Huh. And then they let him go after it had success. Yeah. Which is kind of crazy. But with Nomura, I don't know, man. He says it's going to complete this series, but there's so many plot holes in Kingdom Hearts. There's so many unanswered questions. And he's not good at that. I believe. I truly believe he's not good at answering questions. He's good at raising more questions with his stories.
Yeah.
Birth by Sleep gave more questions. Things just got out of hand. I was like, okay, where does this lead us? Where is it? Xehanort? Who is real Xehanort? All those things. I didn't even play the third one because I heard it was mostly all cutscenes, but it just raised more questions because Sora woke up in some real world aspect kind of thing, and it made him look more realistic. And apparently, that's the world that Versus 13 was supposed to be.
Because Kingdom Hearts 4 is going to be the real world, right? Real world.
A version of it.
Yeah. Because it looks like 4 is set in the world of one of the games in Kingdom Hearts 3.
So that world originally, like it looked like Versus 13. That world was, which became 15. And I think they showed off a character that was supposed to be in Versus 13 in that end credit scene for Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah, okay. He's, I think, one of the enemies in Kingdom Hearts 4.
Something like that. Yeah. So, I don't know, man. Nomura's, I feel like he's living in a fantasy world.
I think he just likes to make stories. Like, who cares about plot holes?
Yeah, honestly. Like, there's no completing it. Like, the dude he started off as like an art worker for Square Enix, and now he's like heading storyboards and everything, man.
Storyboards.
It's like, just retire already, bro. Like, you should have retired a long time ago and like left everything behind. I don't know why you're doing this kind of stuff, man. It's a little ridiculous. Like, leave the games alone, my guy. Like, good Lord. I want to kind of move on to Palworld is back in the fray.
Palworld.
I'll let you take this one.
So Palworld now recently has some legal trouble. They are now being sued by Nintendo of America.
Officially being sued.
Just Nintendo of America, not Nintendo Japan.
Because didn't Nintendo of Japan like look into it and they couldn't really find anything?
Because they knew about it.
Or they kind of gave up on it.
They already knew about it. It's like it was announced like a year and a half ago. I was like, if you weren't gonna stop them then, why are you
trying to stop them now? Yeah. And I think what I read is like they're trying to go after
it's the trademarks, right?
Yeah, like they're being accused of infringing multiple patent rights that belong to Nintendo and the Pokemon company, essentially.
Patents, well, trademark and patent are completely different things. So, like, what patent are they trying to go after them for? Because patents are like technology wise,
right?
Trademark is, or like copyright is specific characters.
Yeah, like, okay, so this is just like 2 days ago. The Palworld developers responded. They have no idea why Nintendo's suing over its Pokemon-like game. Pocket Pair said it isn't aware of any patents it infringed in developing Palworld. So they said at this moment we are unaware of the specific patents we are accused of infringing upon, and we have not been notified of such details.
Yeah, because patents would be like, if I build like a new car, and this is the technology I used for it, and I make a patent, no one else can use
copy that. Yeah,
copy that technology. And
maybe it's the capturing. But then they would have to go after if they're going after Palworld for that, they'd have to go after like Temtem.
Temtem.
Because Temtem is legitimately a clone.
Yeah.
And there was another one too, right? Temtem and oh God, I can't remember. I swear there was
that
another
uses
one.
balls to capture. Well, Temtem uses cards to capture them. Digimon uses a Digivice.
Right.
I don't know. It could be just the balls. They might have to change it. But like the thing is, if they didn't want them to use the patents for the Pokeball, why didn't they showcased it like in this game for like since 2019?
Yeah.
Why did they go? They knew that they were going to use balls to capture them. Why are they going after them now?
Something's odd. I mean, this has come now. It was a few months back or a couple months back. Sony are in a partnership with Pocket Pair, the creators of Palworld. They want to get in on this hype. Now, there's no real details as to what they're doing exactly yet, but if Sony wants them to
be exclusive,
right? Or maybe they want to do like a Fortnite style thing with Palworld.
True.
You know, and start featuring things. We don't really know the details on that, but it makes me wonder if Sony will get involved.
Most likely, because if they want to help out Pocket Pair and they've already put money in for Pocket Pair, it would make more sense for them to defend.
Yeah, it's protecting their asset at that point.
Yeah, it really doesn't make sense. It's Nintendo of America suing a Japanese company, while Nintendo Japan was like, whatever.
Yeah, a little odd. I don't know. Maybe there's something out there that they have. There's the details on this lawsuit is very minimal.
Yeah,
they're not specific.
It's possible it could go nowhere. So,
and maybe they just want Pocket Pair to burn through money on legal
fees
and lawyers realistically.
Well, with the amount of money they made from Palworld when it first launched, it's probably like
True, but if they want to keep it a long-term battle just to kind of run them out,
yeah,
like Nintendo has the money to do that.
true.
Even if Sony were to decide like, hey, we'll help Pocket Pair, Sony's got their money in a lot of different things.
Well, I think because at first, wow, when they weren't partnered with Sony, they were like, we don't really care.
Yeah,
But maybe it's because they have
a partnership with Sony now that
Sony's
it
like,
triggered something.
It triggered something.
They're
That could be
like, we can't let this go.
We can't let
It
this
might
go.
end up being bigger than Pokemon, guy. Because when Palworld came out, people were like, "This is way better than Pokemon. This is what we wanted Pokemon to kind of be,
Yeah,
like a free open adventure where you can just go do stuff. And sure, you can have a story and you can have like gym badges and try to be a Pokemon master, but there really isn't a whole lot of freedom with Pokemon.
yeah, it's just like here's a box.
Yeah.
Explore the box.
And it's all very safe too.
Yeah.
Like in the cartoon shows, they survive on their own. Sometimes they don't have money, so they go hunting for food.
Or they go camping.
Yeah.
They could get attacked by random Pokemon in the middle of the night.
Yeah. And I'm like, Palworld is doing this.
Yeah.
I mean, they tried doing it with Arceus, but Arceus, I feel like kind of like I got
set
bored.
back by its by the limitations of the hardware, to be honest.
Yeah. I honestly, I fell asleep playing the game 2 hours in. I got bored.
Because they have the mechanics, throw, fights. They have half of what's in Palworld. Like you could fight with your Pokemon.
Mm-hmm. Pokemon can attack you.
Yeah.
If once they beat your Pokemon, and that's kind of it. There's still no like survival aspect to it.
Like the boss fights were great.
Yeah.
Like the mechanics wise, it reminds me very close to the mechanics in Palworld. Dodge, jump.
Yeah.
But like besides that, Arceus was like
That's how I felt about
except for that last boss fight.
Right.
Where it connected to I forgot which Pokemon it was.
Arceus?
No, like
Giratina?
no, there was the time travel, like the train dude.
Celebi?
No. Like which Pokemon game it was. I'll show it to you after the call.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like it's weird for them to be going after them. I think maybe they just feel threatened and they don't know what to do. I'm curious as to what patents they're specifically going after, because that would then assume that Pocket Pair used patents either knowingly or
Unknowingly.
And if they didn't know, they probably should have double checked before they were like, "Hey, we can't actually build this like this because this is a Pokemon thing, and we don't want to be Pokemon."
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see where it goes.
It's most likely the Pokeballs, though.
Yeah, as to how they capture them, yeah. I think that's probably the only thing they got going on.
Yeah,
realistically, man. Yeah, hopefully Pocket Pair, hopefully a court, and if it's the U.S. that's like trying to go after them and it's being done in the U.S., I kind of hope that a judge just kind of throws it out because it sounds ridiculous. This is the whole like Microsoft buying Activision for Call of Duty and Sony just trying to rip into them, saying it's unfair for them to get this kind of stuff. That's what it feels like.
Yeah,
that's what it feels like. It's just it feels like Nintendo's being petty about this situation. I mean, they've gone after stuff before, and rightfully so, because that's your trademark stuff. That's your patented intellectual property, like Mario being remade, Pokemon games being remade in different ways. Going after them, I can understand.
Yeah.
But you're going after an IP where they've proved like the designs of their creatures are not even similar to your guys.
Yeah.
I mean, well, in terms of like how they're built.
Yeah, okay.
Right? Skins, yes, there's definitely a lot of them that look very similar to a lot of them.
Lucario and that Anubis one.
Yeah. There's also the sheep that look like a Wooloo.
Yeah,
like,
true.
I was like, okay.
Well, Wooloo, they were made at the same time. Because that's X and Y, right?
Is it X and Y? I thought that was for Sword and Shield.
Oh, Sword. Oh yeah, that is Sword and Shield. So
Yeah,
that
is Galarian Pokemon.
So that means they were made at the same time.
Yeah.
Or
I mean, essentially, yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
It could. They could have been made at the same time. I mean,
'Cause,
Palworld released like 3 years after.
Yeah, because the Wooloo one, the sheep one, was in the trailer
Yes.
for the
When they
Palworld.
first announced it. Yeah.
So in 2019.
Yeah.
So like,
Well, I'm surprised like Studio Ghibli hasn't gone after him with their Totoro looking electric dude, man, with his giant minigun.
the minigun.
Yeah.
That looks more like Electabuzz though.
I thought it looked like Totoro, dude.
Really? Yeah, it looks like Electabuzz to me.
I was like, this is interesting choice, but with guns, it's gonna be kind of sick. So yeah. So I guess Palworld will come to PlayStation eventually. It's just a matter of when. Should be kind of nice. But
The Xbox version is dead
oh, really?
because it's like 2 patches behind.
Oh, damn. Okay, that's all bad. That's so bad. But
Yeah.
Nintendo, stop suing people, man. Let people have fun. They're not even stealing anything. Why are you so worried? You got so much money already, man. Maybe you're just jealous because you didn't think of it first.
No, they are. They most likely are. It's like,
Yeah.
Why the hell didn't we think of this? We could have had. Well, it's because they're always marketing to children. It's like guns.
Yeah, but like the developers didn't come out and say like, "Hey, this is meant for kids." Like it's okay.
Like Pokemon.
Sure, but I mean, if we're talking about that kind of stuff, like look at Fortnite. Kids play Fortnite.
True.
You know, kids play friggin' Minecraft where like you blow up sheep.
True.
Like if they're worried about that stuff, this is Nintendo of America worried about this stuff. Don't be. Like just make your games better, man. Make games that people want. Make it more enjoyable. Like I know you want to reach to a broader audience, but maybe it's time to maybe not do so because a majority of your buyers are usually older people now. Yeah. So I don't know. It just feels like pettiness coming from Nintendo. They got to chill, man. They need to chill out. What are we at? Because I think that's it. Unless you got anything else you want to talk about, man. 102. Okay.
Well, actually, 120.
Well, I mean, we kind of had like a little bit of a thing anyway. So I think that's a good spot to stop it on. That's all we had to talk about this week. Unless you had anything else.
No, that's it.
That's it. Okay.
That's a good pod.
Yeah. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching us again. Hopefully we'll all be back
Next week.
With Coop and Andre. And we get some more stuff to talk about, and we're coming close to some endings for animes, which will be finishing soon. So, yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, leave those hate comments. We'd like to know how you guys are feeling. I've been seeing comments of these are bots just dropping names on our videos now, just random words, just to do whatever. Or if it is people that want to win that prize, it is what it is. And yeah, don't forget to ring that notification bell. Thanks for watching, guys. Y'all have a good night. Pat, say bye.
Say bye.
Bye.